Hey guys, buenos dias. Let's keep our intention, our goals, our dreams tight. Yes, where we can, and the goal is to see them very often. Um, Yesterday we spoke about our phone, so we're gonna do the phone once I bring up that YouTuber. And for those who want to avoid the phone, I got a little collage, because most people think Vision Wars, you have to cut out a magazine and do all these fancy stuff, which I did, and they're fun. Um, and the ones that came reality are the ones that had a plan that I activated. Welcome, everybody. It is Wacky Wednesday on February 21st. Just realized I got a bill to pay. I say that often. There's this one scary bill we pay every 21st. That's not an automated. All right, guys, let's kick off. Checking mic. Yes. Okay, very good. Shall we kick off with a dad joke? Shout out to Southern Living. Thank you for providing my jokes. Okay. Where do pears go? I'm sorry. Did I just almost ruin it? I did. Where do fruits go on vacation? Paris. Paris. Give me a little Paris situation going on here. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I am in a mood of because when I think of Paris, I think tell you that. Ooh, Paris. Oh yeah. It is definitely on my mind and as an intention, which most likely we sharing towards the end of this season. Once we have a nice solid plan because. So again, hey guys, why don't you share your jokes like JC and Miss Kristen? In sports today, let's say nothing and show the clip. Most likely with that music. Let me see. You hear her breath? Yes. That's the stand right there. Oh, yes. That is the stand right there. Oh, that power shot right there. I don't play ping pong, but I in Peru, I want to say like most of my elementary school years, I won't say first to third grade. I remember going to my dad's ping pong tournament. Don't remember which grade. And he got to the finals. He got second place. He felt so defeated. Um, I thought my dad was the coolest. Second place, it's a pretty cool place because you beat a whole bunch of other people. Anyway, that power stand, my dad and I play a lot of tennis in Miami because our apartment was right in front of the tennis court. Let's see if we can see this bigger. That's the power stand. The way you breathe in tennis, oh my goodness. So I was bold and I challenged one of my friends to attend to tennis match in March. Ooh. And yes, we're gonna be talking about a little tennis over here. And I thought this would be great as a inspiration because it's gotta be like 7, the oldest. Um and that is doing the day-to-day work right there. That is day-to-day. That looks like it includes some fun Sunday fun day. Now, I'm really not all for that crazy kind of training, because I believe there's a beginning and an end. I'm sure athletes, Olympic athletes do have breaks. And it is, I mean, how many of you guys get excited when you see an athlete? Like, they put in work and you're just like, yes, thank you. Thank you so much for representing. 1984, that was 40 years ago in Peru. Little Patty had a dream. Oh my goodness. I remember the disappointment. Peru's volleyball team made it to the Olympics, and again, they won silver. And I remember the whole room, especially my mother, feeling so disappointed. And I'm just like there with my big head, like, we got silver. That's pretty cool. When you get out there and you show your silver. I gotta go and fact check. Again, these are memories. And so I gotta go back to make sure that it was silver or bronze. Guys, I will get back to you on those details. What I do remember is I remember a medal around the Peruvian team. And I still felt this disappointment from my family. Way intense, way too intense. Like, I understand, yes, we get disappointed. It just felt so intense. And at the moment, yeah, defeat is it's something, yes, we're gonna allow all the feelings in. It just felt as in, oh, Peru's never gonna do it. And then if you're a saver, boom, either confirm or deny. You're like, I'm gonna do it. I volunteer as tribute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's somebody we closely know. In weather today, the weatherman is late. So we shall come back. Please check out Ryan Hall, y'all. Hopefully you guys have it in your phone, have subscribed to him. Do I have any pictures? I do not. You know, it's really easy. It's Ryan Hall, y'all. That's it. That's it. That's it. But and this morning our focus is not, uh, guys. We have the emergency list. It's on our website. I don't even need your dumb email. I don't need nothing. Please take it, print it, and activate your emergency list where you're no longer like, my gosh, what am I supposed to do? And oh no, there's no way for me to get to the store. That's all good. You got everything. Got a backup for everything. All right. So let's get activating in here. And I am going to pull up my Canva, which I realize may be in a different tab. But before we do Canva, and this is what I suggest to anybody, that before we log in into Canva, that we have our craft or our copy, our text, uh, it done. And we might not even fully go into it because they are so okay. So many people put on vision boards without drafting. You know what drafting is? Putting in the work, trial and error, going to see if actually this fits. Is this a good fit? Does it feel right? And for those who don't feel, which is a lot of people, how dare you feel and think for yourself? Oh no, bad girl. Okay, okay, I'm messing. I'm so sorry. Um, I can't do sarcasm. Shame on me. But for those who perhaps may have all this soft talk in here, if that's you, my friend, if feelings are a big no, oh man, feelings are guides. Pain is a guide. We pop so many pills, and we think we're just like sana sana culito de rana, if you know what that is. It's okay. Little love, a little kissy, let me kiss a little boo boo. That's gonna go away. Boo boos come from somewhere. And it's getting curious where that is. And I know Jimmy actually told me this the other day. Patty, listen to me, Linda. Okay, yeah. Sometimes he will Linda me. Uh, do you remember when you were there, when you were scared about cancer, when you were scared about all the unknown? And I'm like, yeah, that wasn't really that long ago as far as being scared. Okay, so cancer, yes, that was a while ago. Done lots of research. One exam from graduating. Oh, Patty, and exams. Okay. Um, and however, I do remember the feeling of feeling defeated that, oh, you know what? This bloating, this inflammation is never going to go away. So, yes, I do remember that. Anyway, guys, if you're in that space, there is light at the end of the tunnel for you to get in all those feelings. And again, it's not being staying in the feelings like all day, every day, for days, weeks, month, years. It's getting curious about that. Okay, I've said way too much, and this has been up for way too long. Okay, so keeping our intention in sight, we're gonna do our copy first. And if you're like, oh, get me Canva, I'm so sorry. That is most likely gonna be tomorrow. Make sure that before you go, okay, because you already written down all your goals, you give it a like. Please consider subscribing, and share this because maybe you done tons of draft on your goals. Kudos. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to change this subject title as of from last night. Okay, so getting right into it. Very similar, and seems like there's a little bit of a lag, but I'm sure you could hear me, and I know you could hear me because I've watched a lot of the replays. If you Yeah, you know what, then I'm gonna just hang up on the other things I was trying to pop in here. The fun part, if you're ready for the fun part, that's okay. Okay. So the fun part for you in Canva, in a blank white Canva, go ahead and yeah, go ahead and put all those things that, oh no, are you ready? It's gonna be a lot of F words in here. Put all those things that you want to feel. Okay, give me an example. Okay, what does that mean? Okay. I want to be financially free. Oh, that's a big one among the entrepreneurship circles. Well, what does that mean? What do you actually want to feel? I bet, or ask questions. That means, freedom in your schedule. Throwing it out there because that for me was a big aha. Okay. Financial freedom for me, for you could be something else, but let's just say we share the same one. Freedom to do my own schedule. Before I met Jimmy, I worked weekends all my life. Well, I'm sorry, not all my life, since when I started working. When I entered the workforce. Um, Either I was in retreats or some conferences or working at the mall. I work weekends. All right. So let's say, that was my thing. I was like, I want my weekends. I want freedom. I want to do the fun stuff. And that's all I said. However, I never asked myself, well, what does an ideal schedule look like? Okay, and that is my question to you. Because we going back to the Mel Robbins, house, money. Okay, but what does that give you? What is the ideal day for you? We're gonna put it up here because it's important, so important to when we go and have these vision boards or writing these goals down. I'm going to take the picture approach. Okay. I know that for the longest time, it's like, take out your pen and paper. This is going to be, you can take out your Canva or your magazines if you have it. Okay. And I want you to put what your schedule looks like. And at first, I'm pretty sure you want to do it all. Okay. We're gonna like remember our whole working in seasons. We're gonna just narrow it down. Okay. I know we can do this. Let's narrow it down because it is winter. And then whenever you're watching this replay, whatever season that is, let's just please, for the purpose of this, I was gonna say game. This is a game for me. For the purpose of this video, choose your season and tell me what an ideal schedule it is for us right now who are live. Winter. What does an ideal schedule look like in the winter? All right. So mine has the year, but I want to narrow it down for us because it will become easier. For the big vision people like me, it becomes harder to go monthly to weekly to daily. It does because we want big vision. For those who are thinking daily, like the to do, you're in a good place. Maybe you just need to stretch a little bit more. So we're talking season. We're all going to stretch on this keyword right here. Boom. Ideal. The ideal. With your ideal schedule, what would you do? Okay, remember the other day I was like, oh man, I gotta write down my artist dates, because I hardly get the car. When I get the car, I'm like, yeah. Oh, where do I go? Okay, right. So I used to have my list. I'll open my list and I'll choose one and I go. But the list is over because I've done more than 20 artist dates. We gotta keep going at this, okay? So let's look at our seasons. What can we do during this season that we may not go to? So if you live in New York and somewhere that actually snows, maybe skiing is a jam. I know here in Orlando people could ski anytime in one of those little places, but it's really not the same. We're not really into skiing, but anyway, maybe you are. Right. So for the Zetos, like being in a cabin during snow only happens in winter, right? We ain't gonna get no snow here in Orlando. All right. So I hope you have this. You're grabbing your Canva or you're grabbing your little computer and you're gonna put little things that you want to do. Let's go back to Mel Robbins, right? But first, please just think about your ideal schedule. What do you want to do? We are gonna start with the fun people, okay? Because if you're like into this channel, I'm gonna assume you're ready. I'm gonna assume you're you're in for the hustle, you're ambitious. So I'm gonna bring all of us to fun things that are gonna keep us centered. Because perhaps maybe this is an area that we could guess like out of sight, out of mind, right? So we're bringing all these fun things, okay? So so I'll just share with me, okay? During the winter is where I want to be reading. Oh, actually, I was gonna say writing first. Writing and reading. Because the season before, which was the fall, we were setting up our home with the bookshelves and the lights and the candles to encourage that kind of reading, the writing. Again, Jimmy is so good. I mean, he reads everywhere. And that's when I say everywhere, it means like everywhere. Every single room of this house, that man has a book like here. Okay. All right. So for me, it's the time to, and for me, it's not like on a typewriter every day, all day, But my goal is to write like these things that I'm doing, like the big planning, the writing down, the trial and error for me. It's this season of a morning show. I am writing thumbnails and subject lines and descriptions for this. That's what I am doing in a daily basis, right? I got all my themes till the end of the season. Again, I'm really good at the big vision. I got it all. I got my themes. Well, what's it today? Right? Okay. So I hope you have that. Like, it could be work things. I just did a work thing slash for me it is so much fun to keep designing and making your place cozy. Okay, that picture is not in here, but the other one has a microphone because this is the time I want to be um uh, just communicating. Now, for me, I did choose this winter for me to be in this mic. I am reconsidering because during this time, I want to do less talking. And that's something that I'm learning from this morning show. So for upcoming seasons, I am going to do my very best to stay away from the winter when it comes to this. Okay. And I know I partly did it because most people are indoors. But in the world that we live, people could carry us anywhere. Oh my goodness, I didn't see Z. Yo.
Uh,
Oh, Grumpy, we're gonna shrink him. Let's shrink
yeah,
him. Yeah. But before we go, can we all please get the weather? Zito, it's the weather, man.
it's nice.
40s, right?
Yeah, yeah. The car says 54, but there's
Mm,
people out. There's people outside already walking, and
yeah.
they look like they're dressed for fall.
Okay.
So that's
I love
fun.
it. You're dressed for the fall. I love green and blue on my honey.
I do feel a little dressed for the fall. Where's the blue?
Your sweater, or is that black?
It's black. I wish I had a blue sweater.
Oh, you know with the sun, that's what happened.
Uh,
That is what happened. All right. Let's get into the big picture in here. And I'm gonna mute you. When I was watching the replay, as I was talking, I heard ooh, bing, 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 the car. I was cracking up, even though we couldn't see. I'm like, where's that coming from? Oh, it's Jimmy. All right, guys, let's get back in here. Um, so use those examples, like I said, if it's a cabin or if it's skiing. What do you do or can you do during this season? Again, if you're watching this replay in a different season, what can you do? Fun stuff you could do during the season. All right. Okay. Then what you want to put in, I know we've been talking about this. What? Patty, you going to say that dirty word again? Okay, who knows what I'm going to say? Jimmy's like, "What are we talking about?" Okay. I mean, it's simple. Because, we're writing down our different activities that we want to do during this season. Listen, if it's four, if it's two, if it's one, kudos. Okay, less thinking. Please, my friends. Okay, shout out to my friend Marlene. That's why I'm getting this, my friend, from. She said that very funny. Um, Marlene, I used to, of course, she's gardening. She's gonna come to the show because that's someone who can help us with the seasons and the power of seasons. I am gonna reach out to you. Okay. Anyway, write down a deadline, meaning put a date. Oh goodness, put a date. You know what? You don't like deadline? Put a date. That's it. A date. It's a date between you and that ski board or you and your family going to the cabin. All right. So hopefully by now, you've put in pictures and in there you're going to put dates. Um, and that's what we're going to keep on site. Now, for those For those who didn't follow the advice, it is all good. Okay. If you did like your big whole year things and you're confused, I got you. I knew it. I knew. Oh, no, no, Patty, a big vision. Okay. So if you put your ideal schedule for the whole year, I realize that I am not Superwoman and I'm not able to do it all in one season. So, my fall, and this has been a while because Jimmy started teaching me how to play the piano. I got the piano like relaxing in the evening. Is it a reality right now in this apartment? And it's not. First of all, the piano won't fit. I don't have a teacher nearby. So it's like because I have other projects, right? So that gets to be up there. All right. So if you're a teacher online, what? Call me. Here's the one I said I was going to be talking about, and it's tennis. So tennis, ideally for me right now, it's going to be March to May. Like I said, I basically what is the word? Challenge my friend for some tennis matches starting this March. So I'm excited. Okay, and I tell you why. First of all, she leaves in May, but I know there are other people I could play tennis with. However, it's hot in Orlando. There's no way on earth you're gonna find me playing tennis in June. Okay. Oh, boo, Patty, you're not committed. Okay. Kudos to you if you play tennis all year long. This girl right here will melt. Doesn't mean I won't play like here and there, but I really want it to be a thing. And and I'm so grateful I found you. You're like my tennis buddy, like the longest or the one friend that is always up to go and play tennis. I've had other friends, but it was like, please come on. And it was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Right. So thank you for saying yes. All right. Then archery right here. It's like I put this picture because it's also right here. Boom. It's also a visual of the body, the how it's not even like being skinny, it's just like how toned her arms are. She's got like that power stand right there, so it motivates me. Okay, it's like, yes, superstar. Okay. All right. And then, as I mentioned, my winters, and I'll put it right in between in here because I didn't speak about it, but I'm going to do it right now. Winters for writing courses, helping people, writing a lot of copy. Oh, sorry, I'm right here. As well as this right here, which is directing, which is helping, which is setting things up for production, like this learning a lot. I certainly do not want to be a one woman show for this morning show. It is exhausting. Okay, exhausting. But being able to help produce, having a production calendar and doing all these things, that sounds like so much fun, like setting people up for the year. Okay. And one of the things that goes with that is that realistically it's 2 seasons, like two seasons is the top. That's it. Because there's like well, and right now this is super low budget obviously, but with the intention I have, so this serves for me as my ideal schedule, things that I want to do per season, and it serves to me as inspiration because the goal is to increase in my skills and my knowledge and my ability in all these right here. Because I've asked myself that question, what do I want to do with my time? Now, like the one thing that's not here, it's because that is what Jimmy and I do. Like we love traveling, we love eating out, we love adventure. it's already part of our core and what we do. We are in a stage of saving, and so we're doing a lot less, but that happens. So those are the seasons of saving. Those are the seasons hmm, of planning. Those are the seasons that we get to be disciplined with it, with our finances, right? That these are the times to really ask ourselves even more wise. Jimmy and I have reassessed about so many of our goals so many times. Ab- That's absolutely so true. All right. Now, with the flying over here, that's where the goal was to try different things. And I'm here in Orlando. And like I said, we're in a season of saving right now. So when that season is over, in the sense of allowing more activities or activities that require a lot more saving, then that's where we're putting it there. And I used to think that things will take thousands of dollars. Come to find out, it's really only a few hundreds. And if you're asking yourself, how, I'm going to write it down, can I ever do, you fill in the blank? If this is you right now, okay, because you're like, oh, Patty got me all hyped up about my ideal schedule. But how am I ever going to really have that when my husband and I have like full-time jobs and a huge mortgage, and the list goes on. One little thing that I want you, because we could get excited about going to a Canva, putting our goals, but if we're ending the end of our day just feeling as if it's hopeless and you're just doing it for the arts and crafts activity, I got one for you, okay? Drop the ever. What happens when you drop the ever? Get curious. For me, I get curious. Okay, I do have. How can I ever? I have a blank one, and I'm not sharing it because I want a solid plan in place before I share it. Okay, so drop the ever. Let's drop it like it's hot. Go ahead, go to Canva. We'll go more into details of how she puts all this into a your phone. Um, and the reason why I didn't even pull it up is that she does talk about other things that it's not that I don't agree. It's just more that I want to be more specific. And she does talk about she did get specific about one thing, which is her health. And she goes, listen, guys, it's not health. Because I did all my blood work, everything came out good, good, good. It's my weight. Okay, so she got real about that. So anyway, so in that sense, but there was other stuff that I eating greens is not gonna get us healthy. Coming from nutritional therapy consultant, and who fell, I've done it all. There are many factors, and this one right here, to me, I find to be the most important one, as well as other factors that I'm learning that definitely not equipped to share at the moment. And as I said in this show, I'm in a five. I'm in a now. I'm in a 5 month program. I done month one, and so I understand that is a journey. So I'm nowhere near to share about it. And will do. I will. Just all I can say is that I'm so glad for the support, for the online support, for the webinars, for the one-on-one coaching, for the education. And Patty and old Patty will go and tell everybody like the second I learn one thing. And I've learned that I can absolutely do it in such a crazy way, well intended, but confuse people, and then people think that that's what I'm doing for the rest of my life. If you know me, I'm going to be constantly evolving people. All right. So there's going to be a lot of things that I'm all for the trial and error. Hey, Jimmy will call me isn't that what we call a scientist, honey? Someone who's willing to put that in. Oh, he's got a face. Let me see that face. Oh, grumpy. But for me, I am my own guinea pig. How do you say it? Hold on, let me unmute you.
Guinea pig.
Guinea pig. Yes, thank you, honey. And yeah, I got to keep it that way. Other people cannot be your guinea pigs. Lesson learned. Okay, you got to try yourself. I hope that getting ready with some questions. So again, on a nice recap, what's an ideal day for you? Then go even closer. What's an ideal day in the winter or whenever you're watching this and whatever season you're in? What's an ideal day during the summer? Whatever, right? And then from there, we start throwing the lovely dates. Okay, put a date. All right, you don't like the deadline. Put a date. Put a heart around that calendar. All right, guys, we went off on a long trip. This is a 36-minute exercise. Again, I really do hope that you did get this out, whether in a piece of paper or in a computer. And again, I didn't go over all of them. I just did some per season. And I'm talking to you about my current season, which is winter. And tennis happens to be one of those things I really love that are in between seasons. And it's new only because I live in Florida to not do it during the summer. I remember having tennis as my goal in New York, and I might have played twice that year. And yeah, two friends, and I remember playing just twice. And I'm like, okay, what am I missing here? What's going on? Nobody wants to play with me. If you suffer from that, I call it suffer because right here, right? How come nobody wants to play with me? Wah, wah, wah. Let's attract that. Let's start going outside our comfortable zones. I remember in New York, though, when I first got serious about doing an ideal schedule, I actually signed up for tennis classes. So that gives you people to play with. Now it's different because the coach is not going to focus on you, and that place was really small. It was in CSI. And I was like, no, I just want to play. I know how to play, right? Like, and I'm not going to go to a tournament or an Olympics or anything like that. I really love to play. So it could be a question because I actually asked. I was like, Anna, you like playing tennis? She's like, I love it. I was like, oh yes, let's make it happen. So anyway, my friends, how can I ever play volleyball? Nobody wants to play with me. Okay. What I liked about volleyball when I asked myself the question was like, I love teams. Now, volleyball is one great thing I love to coach. And do I want to play it all the time? Is that my jam? It's not my jam. Like what I will like to do is be part of a team. So that was different. All right, my friends. I hope that this individual intentions on site for your season has been helpful. Thank you, Zito, for writing with me. And again, for all those, oh, he's fake smiling. What a great husband. Please share it. Send it to a friend. Pause it. Do what you need to do. We'll see you tomorrow. I promise we'll have it on Canva. And with that, we are out, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. 8 a.m. I don't know. My husband's falling asleep. Yeah, Tito. Bye, everybody.